Good morning, guys. How you guys doing today? It's Jay Lee. I'm bringing guys another video in Destiny. Now today I want to do a little video on how to hit light level 400 the fastest possible. I'm gonna be showing you guys the best way to do this. So yeah, I hit 400 light level with all my characters in, I think it was like 3 to 4 days after the DLC dropped. So yeah, trust me, as far as hitting light levels as fast as possible, probably really good at that. So yeah, let me show you guys how to do it. Now, the method that I use to hit 400 as fast as possible with my characters is something that I need 3 characters to do with. If you only have 2 characters, it's gonna also help you out, but it's not gonna be as successful as if you have 3 characters. So yeah, so for this method you need 3 characters. If you only have 1 character, then this method is not gonna work for you at all. So what I do is that I have 3 characters. I have my hunter, which is my main character. I have my titan, and I have my warlock. Now I will take my warlock and I will actually beat the raid with him the first time. I will use him as first. So I will have my warlock and I will beat the raid. I will do the nightfall, I will do the weekly, I will do every single thing I can with my warlock. After I do that with my warlock, I will just infuse every gear that I get with him. Anything that I get from my warlock, I will just infuse it into my titan. Now after I do that, after I infuse everything to the titan, now I will do every single thing for the week. I will do the raid, the weekly, the nightfall, everything. And after I do that, I will take every single gear that he got and infuse it into my hunter. And what I did by doing this is that I took something that will take me around 3 weeks to hit my hunter, to beat the raid 3 times. It will take me 3 weeks to do that with my hunter. I did that in 1 week by using my other 2 characters. So now my hunter is basically, if I beat the raid with him, I do every single thing with him. I have gear that will take someone 3 weeks, but I got it in 1 week, and that's how I hit 400 in 4 days with this new update. And that was actually pretty simple. Now why I do this is that the reason why I do this is that now that he's 400, every single thing that I do, every single thing that I get from the engram, from the crucible, from anything, it will be 400 as well. So I can just pass it down to my other characters, so that can be 400. And so to be honest, it's pretty easy to do this. So the only thing you gotta do again is take every single gear for the 3rd character to the 2nd, and then move it into your main. And your main, you can get gear so you can pass it down to the other characters. It's really, trust me, it's really easy to do. So yeah, the only thing you gotta do is have 3 characters. If you don't have 3 characters, you don't have 2 characters, obviously it's not gonna be successful, but it's also gonna help you out to be just higher light level, and you can get higher gear, higher things to drop. So yeah, so make sure you guys try to use this method, especially if you have 3 characters. Again, if you have 3 characters, there should not be a reason why you don't use the fact that you have 3 characters in order to be a higher light level. Now, besides the method that I told you guys to use all the 3 characters to raise one guy to 400, other thing I will say is that in between you doing the raid and the nightfall, make sure that you realize what is the thing that you need, especially if this is one thing specifically that's keeping you down. What I mean by that is that if you I don't know, 397, and the lowest thing you have is the artifact is 385, then probably doing the nightfall is not gonna help you out, or do crucible is not gonna help you out. The thing that you gotta do specifically is try to do the Archon Forge, for example, for that. So again, after you do the raid or whatever, try to make sure that you realize what is the thing that's keeping your characters for being a higher light level, just so that you can do those specific things to get you the specific rewards. If you need a weapon, it doesn't matter if it's a primary, secondary, or heavy. Or if you need a mark, I will say go to the crucible, because the crucible drops up to 400 light level, and there's actually a really high drop for primaries, heavies, and secondaries. And also marks also drop pretty high in the crucible. If you need a ghost or a artifact, I would say go do the Archon Forge. The Archon Forge also drops up to 400 light level, only on the ghosts and the artifacts, and they actually drop also in a pretty high rate. So even if you by yourself and you don't got someone else to do the Arkham Forge with you, maybe just try to log in until you find someone that is doing the Arkham Forge. You don't need that many people, to be honest. You need probably 1 or 2 guys that are doing it, and you can probably join them. And it's probably pretty simple to do the Arkham Forge now, where everybody is high light level. If you need a gear, now gear is the most difficult thing to get, just because there's not a specific task that you can do for you to get gear. I will say stay away from strikes, just because strikes, they do some strikes drop specific gear from that strike from the chest that might get you like a helmet and things like that. But just doing strike itself, that's pretty I haven't seen this really like unlucky for you to be able to get the gear, just because the blues from the boss only drop up to 385. Any legendary engram that you get is only gonna decode 390. So if you're below 390, it strikes probably a good method. But if you pass 390, it strikes doesn't help you out, unless, like I said again, you get something from the chest. But the problem is that the skeleton keys, they drop in such a low rate that I would say you probably, at least for me, from what I have seen, is that I probably got to do like 10 to 15 strikes in order for me to get 1 key, and that is really low. So all that time that you're doing strikes, you can probably go do crucible matches and just pop 3 coins and try to get a exotic engram out of those. And if you can get if you're not lucky with engrams, I will say just wait for trials. Maybe trials also drops gear up to 400 light level. So if you get it in your 5th win, or you get it in the lighthouse, they drop up to 400. Also, if you get it in between matches, you might get lucky and get gear to drop. The gear also drops to 400. Except the bounties, unless you get exotic gear from the bounties, it's gonna be only 390 from trials. If not, then I would say just wait for the raid. To be honest, just wait for the reset on the raid. I will say something else, then this is the last thing, is make sure you don't get desperate with your engrams. Especially what I mean by this is that if you have a 395 helmet and your light level is 395 and you got another exotic engram, don't think that if you pop that you're gonna get something that's higher than 395. More than likely you're gonna get something that's 395 or 396, so your light level is not gonna go higher just because you pop exotic engram. Make sure that you realize what are the things that you need, and if the engram is the thing that you need, if it's the chest piece or the gloves or the boots that keeping you down, I would say obviously go ahead and pop the engram and try to get a higher light level. But do not just pop engrams just because you think that you're gonna hit something's gonna drop 3 levels higher, even though your helmet is the highest thing you have. So yeah, just make sure you pay attention to how you're using your exotic engrams. Just because that, trust me, when you get past whatever light level you're on and you want to move on to the next one, then you probably want to have that engram back in order for you to keep moving your light level. So yeah, just make sure you're smart in the way you use your engrams. Like I said again, the method of using 3 characters to make one of them the highest possible, that also works a lot. And just like I said again, do a specific task. If you need a specific thing, do the task that is gonna drop you the thing that you need. And also, I would say there's it's obviously hitting 400 is obviously the end goal of the game right now. But also, I don't think that if you're 397 or you're 398, you should be in such a hurry to hit 400, because in my opinion, I don't really see a difference for being 400 on the raid. I honestly don't feel a difference when I was past 395 to 400 on the raid. I felt I was taking out the same amount of damage and I was killing ads in the same amount of raid. And the same thing for the Crucible. When I was past 395, I did trials this week. I went flawless, and I honestly didn't feel like I was underpowered when I dropped light levels for being 400. I honestly didn't feel like I was overpowered over people that were like 365 or 370. I was honestly felt about the same. So yeah, so like I said again, if you're 397, 398, to be honest, you're probably gonna hit 400 by the end of the week, by the reset of the week. So yeah, that's all for me, guys, today. I wanted to bring you guys this video just to try to help you guys with the light level. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did like the video, please leave a like. It does help the channel grow. If you guys can subscribe to me, now mean the world to me. It's been J Liam. Take care, guys. Peace.